Alright, sorry about that, folks, but apparently Twitch decided to have its little conniptions, which caused Aircast to have its conniptions. Everybody had their conniptions this morning. Alright, well, alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Hopefully everybody comes back. Man, that just suddenly died on me and just, yeah, I had to get everything restarted. So anyway, we're on our way still to the coast here. Yeah, hopefully everybody comes back. Let me just send a message. Sorry about that, folks. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I changed the batteries real quick, and then I looked, and all of a sudden it said the stream was... there was no data or whatever. I don't know if it causes, you know, when I changed the batteries, it caused some sort of a hiccup with Man, I tell you what, I've been having so many problems with just getting with the stream lately. It's just not been behaving. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weather or the... Now, see, now it's saying there's no data. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's acting up, even though I've got an excellent rate from... Try to do this real quick on here. I mean, it's fine on Twitch right now. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what's going on. All right. Hopefully this has kind of got itself settled. I don't know. Maybe Aircast is having its weekly. Every so often, it has its little fits. And yeah. All right. Well, hopefully everything kind of stabilizes. For lack of a better term. Man, I gotta monitor that rate I think on. There we go. Alright, so yeah, as long as it says excellent on Twitch, then I get an excellent connection here. So, alright. Yeah, sorry about that. Technology's not playing very well, it seems like. Let's take a look in this cabin a little bit more. Huh. I just noticed that little digital dial there. Display highest negative acceleration ever. Huh. Turn coordinator. Huh. Okay. Alright, well, we're almost here at the coast of Spain. Finally get back. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. Well, we made it over the water without incident, I guess. This has been yesterday, today, I don't know. I may have to unplug my, I see land, Captain. Yep, we do have land. So we should start to see some names pop up, but we're just going to, once we get closer, we're just going to turn left and follow the coast up. Everything should just kind of take care of itself from there.
Expect 4DME runway 24 approach via India Bravo Alpha transition clear to India Bravo Alpha Alpine 75905.
You know, this is probably the first year in a while I didn't really keep up with the 24-hour Le Mans over the weekend. I know who won, which was to be expected. But yeah, I didn't really pay attention to it. I think it's going to be more exciting when there's more people at the front end, more teams at the front end of the grid. You know, kind of thing. So, yeah, it's not good when one team dominates. But they're going to dominate for right now, but hopefully in the next year or two we'll see some more teams there in the hypercar class that will take the fight to that one certain team whose name I do not like to say, because I think they have gotten way too many sort of they've been given, I think, a little too many favors by the ACO. And I think I don't know if it's like they've blackmailed the ACO, like do this or we leave kind of thing. It wouldn't surprise me, but yeah, unfortunately, they've gotten too many special sort of treatment. There we go, special treatment. And I think kind of like what Audi did when other teams started to come in and challenge them, then it was kind of like, oh, this is not fair, and blah, 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 blah. They start hemming and hawing. I kind of expect this other team to do the same thing, which I think just totally dishonors the teams. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother time. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Porsche being up at the front end again. Ferrari looking to get into the hypercar class. I think Peugeot's still working on their hypercar. I think Aston Martin is as well. So, yeah. I'll be more excited when there's more competition. One particular team, though, won't like it, I promise you. Especially when they start getting beaten fair and square. Anyway, yeah. So. So tomorrow, for sure, morning stream, Train Sim World 2, we're going to be on the Peninsula Corridor. We're doing a 4-minute, we're leaving San Francisco 4 minutes after midnight, doing an all-stop service to San Jose. That'll take over an hour to complete, I believe. I'll know more, hopefully another hour or two, about if I have to go downtown for a meeting tomorrow. If so, I'll be able to give you an update on. I need to turn towards the coast just a smidge, so we can kind of do a bit of sightseeing. We want to be right over the coast there. That should be Valencia, I think, right there. But we'll see when we get closer. So yeah, I'll be able to give you an update when we go live tomorrow on Peninsula Corridor. NP36 service. We're going to kind of see how things look with the update. Any noticeable changes. It'll be dark, so we want to kind of. I think all sport is becoming too expensive for anyone. Yeah, I would agree with that. And touching on that real quick, Nick. Quick Nick. There we go. There's your new driver name, Quick Nick. All the cost-cutting measures in the world aren't going to save anything. I mean, how many years have we heard, we have to cut costs in Formula One, for instance? And so then, a team barely survives one season, but then they're trying to find sponsors for the next season, and they can't do it because for whatever reason, it's still too expensive. It doesn't really change anything. Going down to only one tire manufacturer hasn't changed it. All those ideas, it never works because sports is a rich person's playground. It really is. But some teams, they don't even make it a whole season. How many times has it happened in the past that a team will make 3 races in Formula One? I've heard worse. A team makes 3 races and then they're done. Even in the WeatherTech Sports Car Series, which was supposed to be all about cost cutting and all this other stuff, they, one of the most storied Ferrari GT teams, Risi Competizione, they show up for Daytona, maybe the 12 hours of Sebring, and then the 10 hours at Road Atlanta, the Petit Le Mans, as it used to be called. I think they've changed the name of that because they don't want that association with the American Le Mans series. But don't let me get started on that because I'm going to get really upset. So, even a team like Risi, who has had a lot of success in the past, cannot afford to go a whole season now in the WeatherTech Sports Car Series. So all these cost cutting and we're going to do this, and you only get one tire manufacturer to maintain cost control, and all these teams have to have similar electronic parts and all this other stuff. It doesn't save anything. There's Denia. So I think we are now finally over the coast of Spain. Denia. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. We got a port down here. Alright, here we are, finally over land. And we're just going to follow this up because hello, Amela. Welcome. Had a bit of a interesting journey so far. So we took off from Ibiza, way out there in the ocean. Just finally made landfall. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty. So we're now flying up the coast of Spain. Try to pick out some interesting places. Along the way. Yeah. So yeah, we're just kind of doing something a little bit different today. Yeah. So, I was on your home route earlier today, Bella, on the Long Island Railroad. Did a run from Hicksville to New York Penn, which went fairly well. Had a little bit of speeding and almost lose some stations, but we were able to stop in time. Didn't go massively far past the platform. So, yeah. Now, I'll tell you, and we'll talk more about it when we get closer to the area, but if I could, I'd really, it's on my bucket list if I ever am able to do it, I'd really like to go back to Spain and visit Lloret de Mar, and see just, what's it like now, 30 years later. Just like Germany, I want to go back to Heilbronn. I already already can see visually, like, checked out Heilbronn on Google Maps, for instance. And, how, I barely recognize it now because of all the landmarks that I was used to seeing. A lot of it's gone. They've demolished so much of what I remember being there as far as our military bases there. It's just like we never existed there. And I know, things have to move forward, but I do want to kind of see, I think at the second base we were at there outside of Heilbronn in a town called Neckarsalm, they do have a marker or a monument or something to acknowledge the existence of the former military barracks there. But I don't know what it looks like. I'd definitely like to go see it in person. So, certainly before I get too much older and my knees start to give out, I'd like to really go check that out. Yeah, eventually we will come around and see Barcelona. We kind of, I'm not exactly sure where we are now until we see if we see some of the bigger names, then we'll know for sure where we're at on the coast of Spain here. So yeah, just somewhat of an unplanned flight. We're just following the coast here. Just trying to see some nice, beautiful scenery here from the air. Kind of on the northwest sort of heading. Oh, there's a nice golf course right there. Look at that. That looks nice. Not too far from the beach. Family could go to beach, play golf while they're at the beach. Yeah, can we get a few more thumbs up for our pilot or for more? So, as far as we know, tomorrow there'll be a new roadmap update. It sounds like there's going to be a preview of the German route later this week on Train Sim World 2. So I would expect that means that is coming out for release here in another couple weeks. So probably into September. We do have an update coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator on the 7th of September. So we will be, I got to make sure I get that downloaded before, once I get up in the morning, I'm going to have to make sure I have time to do the update in the game before we go flying later on. I think we're going to get maybe some new planes, hopefully. We've got quite a few little towns here. There's Piles. Palmyra. Miramar. I'm trying to pronounce these Belriguarts. I think that's how it's pronounced. Gardamar de la Safor. Alcuria de la Contessa. Bolivia. Lots of little towns here along the coast. Dimos. Looks good. The mountain with the mountains in the background. Yeah, it's very, very picturesque. Looks like. I would certainly like to do a.
Contact Valencia approach on 119.075. Good day.
I would like to do a tour along the, from like Barcelona down to Valencia, just along the coast here. I don't know if there's like any coastal roads to more inland, in case there's massive storms and there's flooding and whatnot.
Barcelona Center, Ryanair 4020 is at 12,900 feet, descending 4,000 feet. Ryanair 4020 Barcelona Center, altimeter 200.9.
Port here. You got the breaker there. Protect the port from massive waves and whatnot, I do believe. Now I wonder how far back in history this port dates. When was it first established here? Look at that, you got the river that flows into the ocean.
Valencia approach on 119.075. Good day.
Get a little air traffic chatter right now.
119.075.
Like a lot of these buildings are probably, historical, been here for quite a long time. We have more modern stuff, obviously, but man, it must just be amazing there. Cut back inland just a bit. Kind of drift out back off the coast just a smidge, but I want to try to maintain this be, a little bit closer there to the coastline. We can kind of look a little bit inland when we want to.
Following 1304, you are 66 miles north. Descend and maintain 4,800 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots. Expect ILS Yankee runway 10 approach via Alpha Lima Tango transition. Clear to Alpha Lima Tango.
Clear to Alpha Lima Tango. Sounds so official and stuff.
Good day.
120.1 for Cessna 237. Valencia approach Cessna 237 2007.
Oh, we're nearing Valencia.
Cessna 237 Valencia approach altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
Okay. So we came just south of Valencia, it looks like. Good to know. Ooh, there's some agricultural stuff down there. Wonder what they farm here. Quite the farming area. Look at all that land. It's all, this looks like it's all farms. Even far back there, look at that. I know Spain has some really amazing wine. Maybe we're flying over some winery areas, possibly. What would grow off the coast of Spain? Or not far from the coast, you know, a little bit inland. Tabernas de Valdivia. Interesting. Jaraco. El Brasquil. Well, thank you all for sticking around despite the earlier technical difficulties. I was trying to figure out how to get things going again and almost went into a little bit of a panic mode there that things were kind of falling apart from the screen. Kind of inland waterway here. Interesting. I wonder. It seems like it just kind of ends right there. Flows to the ocean. Huh. I wonder if they use that to help out with the irrigation of the farms. But I think there would be too much salt in the water. Look at this. Interesting sort of entry here. Looks like you've got maybe some sand breaks here. Huh. Polera. Oh, see. Could you imagine now if you had a house at the top of that area right here, looking over the water? Could you imagine the view? Oh my goodness. It'd be amazing. Look, some of these people, yeah, not too far up, but almost halfway up that hillside there. Maybe there is some houses up there. Wow. Look at that place. Looks like maybe a hotel. Got a pool right there. Looks like a hotel right there just in front of the prop. Right there on the beach, maybe? Oh, man, look at this. This looks amazing. Huh. Yeah, I would think so too, Nick. It would probably be pretty expensive with that view. Most definitely. It can't be cheap. Most of the people who probably own houses up there are probably very affluent people here in the area. Marini Barracudas. I'm probably just butchering that name. Barracudas. I think. Yeah, I'm butchering. I feel like a... Okay, there's a Riola Airport right there. Yeah, getting ready to go to the store to get my food. Oh, you already ran out of food, huh, Mello? You ate up the entire house. Oh, boy. El Urello? I have to look up how to pronounce the names of some of these areas, I think. I just feel like I'm just totally screwing it up. I think I butchered every one of those names. Yeah. Yeah, I don't speak fluent Spanish or anything like that. I'm just kind of guessing at the... Looks like a little go-kart track down there. Look at that. Of course, that's how many Formula One drivers get their start. They go go-karting and get discovered, and eventually they just work their way up. Nice port area there. Looks like. Now, I was very fortunate when I visited Lorette de Mar. We got in good with a British expatriate named Colin. And took me and my 3 friends out on the Mediterranean for a bit of water skiing. And yeah, really nice. It was a great time, very friendly. His bar was right next to our hotel, so it was within crawling distance, you know, because we'd stay there until he closed for the night, drinking sangria and just acting foolish. Yeah. If you look on my Flickr page, I always refer to it. I think there should be an album called Spain, and you can see... should be a picture of me water skiing on the Mediterranean. It's the one and only time I've ever water skied. I always like to tell that story. I've never water skied since. But I always think, I know this is going to sound strange, but that was like the most perfect moment in my life, ever. And I think we all have that one perfect moment in our life. And for me, that was it. I was upright on the skis. I was, yeah, I would think so, Mick. Plenty of mariners, yeah. A lot of people probably do a lot of fishing here. Yeah, it was just, I didn't think about it until much later after we got back and we docked his boat, that I wasn't afraid. I didn't think about the fact that there was probably sharks in the Mediterranean, and at any moment one of them could have jumped up and bitten off the skis or bitten off my legs. I did it and I didn't even think about it. And I think that's something we all have. I think, like I said, we all have that one moment where we did something and we didn't realize until later that maybe there was a reason to be afraid when we did it, but we didn't even consider that aspect, to be afraid. And it's Manises. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I always think about that sort of, there was like this really laid back sort of feeling in Lorette de Mar. And I'm sure there's lots of places like that around the world that you go there, you're visiting, and on all the outward appearances, it's like this most idyllic sort of place, and you could get caught up in the romanticism of that idealism. And but there's nothing wrong with that either, especially if it's just, when you're young or at some point in your life and you just go somewhere and you're just like, man, I could see myself here, but what would you be doing? I don't know, and I don't care. I just want to be here, it also helps when you have folks who like that, like Colin, who are very generous. He didn't know us. We only knew each other he only knew us for less than a week. We'd always go there. Like, he'd open up around lunchtime. We'd have breakfast at the hotel, go down to the beach, dry out, as I like to call it, from the night before. Go to Colin's Cottage, because we'd have grilled ham and cheese sandwiches and just relax and have a good laugh, and then we'd go back to the hotel room, take a nap, and maybe go downstairs, have dinner, and then we'd walk right over to Colin's, and we'd be there until closing. And it was just an amazing time. I'll never, I count that and Germany, living in Germany, as the two most amazing times in my life, and you don't never realize it at that moment. You don't think about it until much later. Man, that was just, wow, this was phenomenal. Oh, look at this port here. There's like a lot of shipping containers and stuff here. Not sure where this is. There's I don't know, maybe, Mick, this is an area you guys could go to on a Euro Truck Simulator at some point. Pick up some cargo from here and ship it somewhere else, to France or something, maybe. Yeah, look at that. You got the cranes. Wow. Not rendering in very well. They almost look like trees. But, oh well. Still a pretty cool area. But yeah, it's just, I always think about, when I started thinking about that whenever I see that picture of me water skiing on the Med, and I'm like, man, this was like the best time. Oh, there's Valencia. Okay, so now we just finally hit Valencia. So we still got a bit of way to go to Barcelona. Yeah, look at that. I'm not sure what that is, but that looks pretty cool right here off the left wingtip. Look at that place. What is that? Is that like a travel center or something? Like a train station or what is that? Whatever it is, it looks amazing, doesn't it? Looks like there's a theme park maybe here or something. I don't know, but this is... Yeah, exactly. Well, because I think Valencia is a port city, much like Barcelona. But man, look at that. That's amazing. You got railroad infrastructure, you got road infrastructure. Wow. And it goes right back to the beaches. You know? Oh, man. But yeah, I think about that picture. Whenever I see it, I just, man, that was the most perfect moment in my life. And, you know, I'll never, you know, and I'm not trying to be like, you know, downtrodden about it, but I'll never have another moment like that. Because when you get older, you start thinking about the risks that you're taking. You know, is it safe? Should I do this? Is it, you know, what if? You start thinking about all that. But I was, you know, I was young. I was, you know, I wouldn't say I was foolish, but, you know, you don't think about stuff. Yeah, it's just, what's this down here? Is this like a hotel maybe, or a resort sort of area? Kind of looks like one. Look at that. What is that? I mean, I see a pool. I don't know. It looks like a giant resort sort of area. People can dock, or maybe it's like condominiums or something right there on the coast. Wow, that just looks amazing. Pools, maybe some tennis courts, maybe a soccer pitch down there. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, I would give almost anything to go back there and spend not just a week, because I mean it was like 5 days and 6 nights, basically, that we spent there in Lloret de Mar. I'd like to spend at least 2.5, 3 weeks just soaking up the atmosphere and just, you know, enjoying that laid-back sort of lifestyle again. And you know, there's times in Savannah it's got a very similar vibe. You know, a bit of a laid-back sort of, you know, nobody seems to be in a hurry, but they are. But, you know, maybe it's changed a little at the Mar over the years. Maybe people are more in a hurry now. You know. But maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, that's what it looked like, Nick. That, yeah, you have like a main central building for processing all the containers coming in. They got a, you know, like a custom sort of area. Look at this place. It's like these high-rise sort of apartments and stuff. And you have this port, you know, you got personal boats right there, sailboats or motor boats or whatever. Go out for a cruise on the Mediterranean and come back. Go out and go fishing. Yeah, our flight's kind of leveled off here. We're losing a bit of altitude here and there, but it's not like a huge sort of, we're not just dropping out the sky. Cut right across this area coming up right here. Have a look from inside the plane. I like it. It's been quiet on the radio. The posh looking area you spotted is surrounded by shops and restaurants. Yeah, I would imagine so, man. A lot of that, yeah. A lot of places have that now where you live, but everything is like right there. You have restaurants, you've got grocery shops. You know, a lot of those places are probably, it's all fresh produce. You know, nothing is frozen or anything like that. You go and buy the stuff for your meal that day, so everything is fresh and probably just tastes amazing. Check another 30 minutes or so. He might not be in the office yet. I think another kind of a shipping sort of area here. Kind of an odd rendering. Maybe the way that they had the picture taken, it wasn't a good photo, but anyway, we're just going to fly right over here. It's kind of like another port sort of area, similar to, not as big, but similar to the one that we just passed in Valencia there. Not sure what that is. I don't know if those are cars or containers or what are those? Huh, interesting. Cannot Dan Berengur. Probably butchered that. Sorry. I shouldn't have. It's not funny. The bit here sticking out is not showing up on Google Map. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. It's the when they made this, I think that the information they had available was not as good as they would like for it to be. But at least we have some kind of representation here. Wow, it looks like there's like a, I don't know if that's maybe a shipbuilding facility, but that looks like a bit of a, I don't know. Maybe a repair facility or something? Interesting. Club La Lusa. Oh, that's an airport right there. Probably a private airport. I saw a lot of grass airports. That place there is Toyota. Oh, so that's where they bring in their Toyota cars into Spain for taking them to the dealerships there. Ah, okay. Good to know. Barrio Mar. Benavides. Lots of little towns here. Oh, Mick is doing some Google research for me while we fly over. Thank you, Mick. Professor Mick is in the house. My trusty co-pilot with his checking the knowledge of the area. I would say that if you've never been to Spain before and you have a chance to go, I highly recommend it. Now, of course, you know, that's all dependent on COVID and everything else. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to go, take it. But don't hesitate. And take a camera with you. It doesn't have to be a super fancy one. Don't just rely on your phone. Take an actual camera with you. You don't have to, you know, you can get like a little pocket point and shoot. You know, leave your phone in your pocket. Shoot with a real camera.
Valencia approach KLM 1503 is passing 10,600 feet, descending 3,000 feet. KLM 1503 Valencia approach altimeter 29.92 continue to Papa November Delta as planned.
Come on, go far. I don't want to butcher that name any more than I already have. Making our way still. Got a little bit more of a coast to follow. We should see Barcelona soon. The Catalonia region of Spain. That much I do know. They're very particular about the fact that they are Catalonian. Now, one other thing that I do remember about being in Spain, there's areas the water is crystal clear. Like when we fly past the castle ruins there right on the coast, there's areas that the water's probably a good, guessing, maybe 30 feet deep, maybe 50-ish, you know. But you could see all the way to the bottom from standing on the shore. You know, there's like a path that you could walk through this little castle, or this guard tower sort of place, whatever it was. That and Mick, you could probably look it up as we get closer. Just put Castle Ruins at Lorette de Mar. But you're walking on the other side as you're going up the coast, kind of. I looked down, I remember very vividly, and I tried to take pictures of it, and they never came out well. But that you can see all the way to the bottom, clear as day. And it's just absolutely amazing that the water was that clear. And if I really thought about it, I should have brought a snorkel and a mask and some fins and gone snorkeling. Okay, so we're coming over Barcelona Center.
119.45 for Cessna 237. Barcelona Center, Cessna 237, 2,700 feet.
Cessna 237, Barcelona Center, altimeter 29.902, continue as planned.
Alright, so we're almost getting there. Back to Valencia, approach for near Barcelona. That's kind of odd.
120.1 for Cessna 237. Valencia approach Cessna 237, 2,700 feet.
Cessna 237 Valencia approach altimeter 29.9.
Watch, we're going to get bounced back to Barcelona in a moment. I kind of feel like we're getting close to our visual destination of Lorette de Mar pretty soon. Another big port facility, looks like. Castellón de la Plana Aerodrome. That's something, Castellón Airport. Aerodrome means airport. like almost like a refinery sort of area. Okay, we should see, let's see, that's a small airport there. Benny Castle. Alright, just a quick glance at the chat to make sure I haven't missed anything. In case Nick has pointed out any other sort of interesting tidbits along the way here. do appreciate everybody hanging out today. It's been a lovely flight here along the coast of Spain. And the wonderful Cessna 152 aerobatic, I believe is the full designation. Oh, that looks like a go-kart track down there too. Look at that. Wow, pretty cool. I kind of feel like sometimes these flights where we could just take off and just kind of fly around and do a bit of air tourism. Interesting places. Disappointed in the snacks on this flight. Well, you have to talk to my unofficial co-pilot Nick about that. He's withholding the cookies, I think. So you have to talk to him about that. But I will remember in the future, this is a bring your own beverage, bring your own snack sort of flight. There is no stewardess or stewards on board, flight attendants, whatever you want to call them. So, no flight attendants. That's supposed to be the new, I guess that's the new nomenclature, not nomenclature, that's not the right word. The new sort of how you call them. He really is. Yeah, he's you have to sort him out, Bex. Get him to send some of those cookies. Politically correct. I don't know. I mean, I grew up in the era where they were just stewardesses, but now you have stewards and stewardesses. I guess this the proper terminology is flight attendant, flight crew. I don't know. I can't never keep up with a lot of that stuff, but I don't want to be disrespectful either. Melo's eating. I would, but I'd probably break him in at this point. That seems like kind of an untouched area here. Delicate. Oh. you know, that's what I love about streaming. When I stream, or mixed streams, it's kind of just this, it's a small sort of group of people that come in. It's not, it's not too crazy. It's not, it's just a nice, relaxed sort of atmosphere. I like that. We can have a laugh and all that. We don't have too many crazy sort of, questions or requests or anything like that. It's just a nice atmosphere. I like that. Blanca. I imagine we contact Barcelona again here in a moment. We've got to be getting close to Barcelona. Cut across here, and then we pick up this coastline here again. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I don't like all the drama in recent streams that I see happening with people, especially with all the problems with Train Sim World 2. And, just don't have much time for all that. It's just stuff happens. Yeah, I like the one thing I do enjoy the most about Microsoft Flight Sim is that we can do, we can fly from airport to airport. We can just we can just turn on the autopilot, take off and go. And then we have, like this, we can just kind of make it up as we go along. Follow a certain. I have an idea, but of course we don't have any real navigation other than kind of dead reckoning, so to speak, to make that plan a reality. And so I kind of like that kind of off the cuff here. I love that aspect. We're not being inundated with, you got to climb to 8,000 feet or else, or towards the coast there. I'm done eating. I don't think so, Bella. I'm sure there's more yet. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Mela is never done eating. That is for sure. Oh, look at this area over here. Look at that. I think that's kind of like a seaside sort of a hotel or wow. You know, another area we're going to fly along the coast of eventually is Italy. I want to go along some of the famous along the coast of the Amalfi Coast. That's what it's called. The Amalfi Coast. We want to fly along there at some point also. Oh, I'm fine, Mick. I had something to eat this morning. It'll be lunchtime in another hour or so. I'm good to go. Yeah. No, I'm fine. Doing quite well. Yeah, about 12:30ish, close to 1, I'll make something for lunch.
Barcelona Center, Cessna 237, 2,700 feet.
Cessna 237, Barcelona Center, altimeter 29.92, continue as planned.
Alright, we are getting there, I do believe. Slowly but surely. No, we don't have the water skis. You're the second person that's asked. No, Mela, eventually, at some point, we are going to do a water takeoff and landing. I just need to, that's, yeah, only if you have a lifeboat. It's one of those, it's another homework assignment. And Nick's going to be like, more homework. So yeah, it's just one of those things I got to practice, get in there and do it and see how it all works. One of the things I kind of wish they would do in Microsoft Flight Simulator, like the person or the FS Academy who put together the stuff about VFR, IFR, the jetliner stuff. I wish they would have more tutorials about more aircraft so that you can kind of practice until you're comfortable with it to actually do a flight. You know, I think that would go very well. And that's one of those things that I think if you had a tutorial about taking off and landing on water. I mean, I can't imagine it's much different than landing on land, but I don't know, you know. So, I would like to have a bit, it's one of those things I'm just going to have to do off stream, I think. Yeah, it's one of those things I want to do. There's so much, you know, it's kind of like in Train Sim World 2, there's so much to do. There's so many airports to fly in and out of. There's so much scenery to see, you know. I feel like something's missing here. Like there's a gap missing in the map or something. Maybe that'll come with the next sim update. Carlos de la Pita. Okay. Interesting name for a town, I guess. another kind of a port area here, although it's not like a shipping port, but probably just personal boats and such. Tourists maybe coming into the area. I think up ahead, I gotta wait for that to get a little bit closer so I can see what that airport was. We're gonna kind of cut across these farmlands and pick up the coast on the other side there. Try to shave off a little bit of our flight time since we've been going for so long. More farmland here. Look at that. A lot of farmland. Huh. Interesting. Very picturesque, though. I mean, the different patterns here in the farm fields from above, different colors. Very interesting. Next week, Hava. Reminds me of a song. I don't know why, but also there's the musical group called Yellow, and they had a song called La Habanera. La Habanera. Something like that. I haven't heard that song in ages. I gotta find that on Spotify, as a matter of fact. There, I sang a song. Ta-da! Look at that. Nick, it's your turn next time. In your stream, you gotta sing a song. Pulse does the singing. Oh no, Nick, you gotta sing a little bit. It's okay, don't be shy. It's all good. Kind of a holiday sort of area here, possibly. Got the boat harbor here, and it looks like high-rise, maybe apartments or hotels, or who knows. It just looks like an interesting place to visit. Twitch is acting up a little bit. It's still going. I'll have to sing a nice country western song. Okay, Mick, go for it. Sing a little Willie Nelson or Merle Haggard or something. Thought we would have hit Barcelona by now. It's got to be coming up soon. We're talking to Barcelona Control, so we're definitely in their airspace. Maybe just on the other side of that hill there should be Barcelona. Look at this. Very thick with vegetation. Forest-like almost. Interesting. La Amelia del Mar. La Betla. I thought it was an I. Got my glasses on, but sometimes that the names kind of blend into the background until you're almost right there. Oh, yeah, there you go. Friends in low places. You don't have to sing the whole thing, just a little. I got friends in low places. Down to whiskey chases or something like that. You know, just have fun with it. Whiskey drowns in the beer chases. That's what it is. The whiskey drowns in the beer chases. The blues away. Quite popular karaoke song here in America.
Cessna 237.
Okay.
Rails approach Cessna 237, 2,700 feet.
Cessna 237 Rails approach altimeter 29.902 continue as planned.
I know we haven't flown past it because I think I would have recognized from the air. Oh, look at that. Looks like a go-kart track right there. Wow, look at that place. That looks fancy. That got a long straights, some tight corner. Wow, that looks like it would be a fun place to drive. Check that out. Oh, there's even a smaller track right next to it. Wow, that's a go-kart track. That almost looks like something you could drive your own race car on. Right there. Look at that. That looks like fun. Maybe a bit of elevation change there going up the hill towards that first corner. Wow. Amazing. See, that looks like a tunnel there, but I don't know where it comes out at. Oh, way over there, maybe. Kind of cut through this hillside there, it looks like. There's another port sort of area here. Oh. Whereabouts are we? No. Well, I think, I think we've got to be getting close to Barcelona. Like, I'm sure, based on the map, we haven't. I never saw Barcelona like come up. I'm almost positive of that. So I think we've got a little more to go. But I thought we were very close. Now it looks like an airport marker right up there. That might be Barcelona. So we contacted Rias Approach, or we had to switch over to them. And I'm trying to remember because we did. On the jetliner thing, we did land in Barcelona. Okay, Montreuil del Camp. That's the town. I have a feeling we're going to cross Barcelona. I keep saying that, I know, but Twitch stream holds out and doesn't crash on me, because I don't know that. Based on my kind of like my reconnaissance before, I think we're getting close. Town's named Cambrils. That's kind of odd. Huh. Now that area there, I'm thinking that's the Barcelona airport. Come on there. See a runway and I don't see ILS lights. Maybe I do. Circuit Day Calafat, that racetrack. Oh, the one that had that nice design. It's like a larger track and then has a go-kart track next to it, Nick? Is that the one you're talking about? That's pretty amazing. I was trying to find Circuit de Catalunya, because I know Valencia has hosted the Spanish Grand Prix before. Catalunya, Circuit de Catalunya hosts it. Yeah, it's okay. Thanks, Mick. Well, this has been... I didn't honestly think it was going to take this long to fly the coast of Spain. But that's okay. We're just going to keep plugging along here. We'll eventually get to our destination. We'll find Lorette de Mar real quick, and then we'll cut inland and land. So, yeah, this has been quite an epic stream. A little bit longer than I expected, but that's okay. Sometimes things just work out that way. There's another port facility here. I don't see like the giant shipping container cranes. I see boats down below, but I don't know what those are supposed to be. Those are tankers? They almost look like tanker vessels. Bringing oil or something. Or fuel. Tarragona. Okay. Tarragona. Tarragona, Spain. Where is that relation to Barcelona? Which more do we got to Barcelona? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Oh boy. I hope I didn't miss my area. No, we still got a bit to go to Barcelona. Oh my goodness. Woo! Okay. Well, this has gone much longer than I expected, quite honestly. Yeah, we still got quite a bit to go. Well, this is a well, let's see, folks. Kind of feel like going for almost 2 hours. Well, need a small jet next time. Yeah, well, the problem is, I like this because it's kind of slow. We can kind of sightsee, a bit and see all these lovely places along the coast of Spain. I didn't really think it was going to be that long from Valencia up to Barcelona. If I'd known that, I would have cut straight across and tried to go to Barcelona as fast as possible over the water. Although that's probably not an easy thing to do because there's so much of it. Oh boy. Well, I have two options here. Well, I have three options. One, I just stop where we're at. I just, end the stream right now. I can find an airport, I guess, possibly, land and then stop, or I can just get all the way up there. But it's probably going to be another hour or two, easily, based on the map. Like, I don't know that there's, I'm doing 100 knots airspeed, roughly 102, 101, but it's not cutting out the distance quite which is fine normally, oh boy, I kind of feel bad now. This was, I thought that, I really thought this was going to work out, but maybe I bit off more than I could chew. Oh boy. Decisions. Man, I kind of feel bad if I land. It kind of. Oh boy. But I also know the longer we go, it's going to be a bit more. It's going to start to get a bit boring, maybe, until we get to Barcelona. And like I said, I think it's we have run out of snacks and drink. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I imagine it's going to be at least another hour or so before we even get to Barcelona. Oh, man. All right. Well, dang, I feel bad. Because we've had such a great flight. We've seen some really beautiful scenery through the air. Just out of curiosity, what is the nearest airport? Looks like all behind us. La Cigarra Airfield. Aerodrome Days Cervera. to go Lada Udena Airport. Let's go for there. Let's just pick 16 right.
Lima Echo India Golf, traffic Cessna 23728 miles south, 2,700 feet inbound to land, runway 16 right.
All right, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna land it. Yeah, we're just gonna land it here, folks, and then we'll pick up from this airport. And then we'll fly. Tomorrow we'll continue up the coast, I think. I'm sorry, I really didn't expect it to take this long. So, yeah. Oh well. It's all a learning lesson. Well, it's been fun otherwise. I really enjoyed it. Really got to see some beautiful scenery and everything. We'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll fly back out and continue up the coast to Barcelona and all that. Probably at least another couple hours of streaming tomorrow. But of course, that's all dependent on if. Now, here's the thing. I'll go ahead and throw this disclaimer out there. If by chance I do got to go downtown tomorrow for a meeting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream the next leg tonight on Twitch. Download it and set it for premiere for Tuesday morning at the normal time. So, if you follow me on Twitch, that's where I'll be. If I gotta go, it'll probably be about 3 o'clock my time, I think, when I do that, which will be 8 in the evening there where you guys are in the UK. So, yeah, if you want to come and hang out on the Twitch, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, I think that's just the best way to do it. Yeah. Oh, look at what? Hey, look. Is this a racetrack right here? Are we flying over? Look at this. This looks like a racetrack. I think we just found Circuit de Catalunya. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. No, it's like multiple tracks. It's all smaller tracks, and there's a big oval, it looks like. Look at this. There's the pits. Looks like the pits are right there. This looks amazing. Nick, find out what this place is. This is incredible. It's got like tracks within tracks. And it's got even a huge oval. Wow. Look at that. That is amazing. town we're near is Les P-E-C-E-S. Les Pecas. Wow, that is just phenomenal load. I don't think that's that's not the Catalunya circuit. We're not near Barcelona yet. Wow. Crazy. Dominus? Yeah, that was amazing. All right. Oh, we need more food. Yeah, I know. Oh boy. Well, I do appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been fun. Like I said, I didn't really still look. Oh, that's fine. If you find it, it's okay. If not, it's not a big deal. I appreciate it, though. Yeah, a little bit of turbulence here. Not sure there's our pattern entry, but I don't know until we get over this hill here to see how we're lining up, and then we'll put this thing on the ground and we're in the stream. Oh, okay, I see the red now, but I can't really see the how we're supposed to turn and everything. So we're getting there. barely make it over this hill here. Okay, Vic. Hold on to your seat. I know you don't like it to be too close when we're flying here. Alright, here we are. There's our approach. We're going to come in and we're going to turn right, it looks like, into our landing area. We got to get a little bit closer to make sure we enter the correct pattern. Alright, time to put good in some of the stuff we've practiced already with the ILS approach, although we don't have ILS in this aircraft, so we're gonna fly it manually all the way in. We don't have a autopilot to fire as soon as we get close to the to landing. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like kind of like the motorsports park sort of thing. Like you could go and drive an oval, or maybe it's like a driving academy, possibly. That's the only thing I could think of. All right, we've got our lineup coming in at the right approach here, right pattern entry. I should say, not the approach, but just the pattern entry. And then once we land, before we stop the stream, I will look just to see the amount of time. Excuse me. If we took a flight from San Francisco to New York LaGuardia in a 747, what would be the estimated flight time? And maybe we could do that at some point. But just I want everybody to realize a lot of these flights eventually are going to be much longer, so that means the streams are going to be longer, so please plan ahead for that. I need to as well. This was a kind of an off-the-cuff sort of. Oh, looks like a couple of dirt tracks. Oh, huh. Well, I don't know how long ago these photos were. What the data they're using might be a bit old. So maybe what we're seeing now in what you're seeing when you're looking, Mick, might be more accurate information, or maybe those were all taken when the track and all that was under construction. You know, so it's hard to tell what is the more recent information. Right there. Looks like we got to clear over those trees before we can really settle down. Looks like we have a bit of altitude as we land at this airport here. Yep, right there. All right, there we go. Oh boy. Up. Woo-wee! There we go, some treetops flying right there. Oh, that's a very short runway here. That's very short. Oh my goodness, that's very short. We're just go ahead and cut the engines, and we're just going to dead stick it in. There we go. Look at this. We're just going to make this happen right now. Oh, get on the ground, get on the ground, get on the ground, get on the ground. Oh, no. Ah. Oh, well, that's that. That was a very short runway. That was a total... Wow. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I should have probably come in from the other way, from 3-2 right, because I think we would have had a bit more room to work with, because we didn't have the coming in over the trees. It was kind of hard to figure out. So anyway, oh well, it happens. That's all right. It happens. But we'll walk away from this one. Anyway, that's going to be it. Oh, let me go here. Let's see how many hours, because that runway looks closer. Yeah, it was. It was very short. Like, you got to come over the trees and then drop down. And I held too much altitude, I think. And I thought for sure we were going to make it. But, you know, it's all a bit of learning. So, all right. So we landed at LEGI, which was... There's Barcelona. That's where we landed, right there. Yeah, I probably should have looked at that one before, but, you know, oh well. Because it looks like there's two runways. There's a paved and then there's a grass. But anyway, we're going to come out here. There's Barcelona. We weren't too far from Barcelona, actually. So we're going to make our way towards Barcelona, cut up the coast here, and then we'll go to, where is it now? Oh, I lost it. There it is. Okay. So we're going to go to Barcelona, to Lloret de Mar. Yeah. And then we're going to land, still planning on landing at, there it is. Girona. All right, so let's get out of here and let's change our picture. 39 hours. Look at that. We've amassed quite a bit of flight time. That's okay. So anyway, all right. All right. So let's go. We're not going to worry about changing liveries. Just out of curiosity, we're going to go West Coast, San Francisco International. We're just going to pick a runway to take off from. We're going to say runway 28 right, departure, zip across. To New York LaGuardia. It's Philly. JFK, Newark LaGuardia. Okay, so we want to come in runway 4, arrival. We want to go, let's see what happens if we say IFR high altitude. That's 4 hours, 4.5, almost 5. And we go approach ILS 4, arrival. We want for ILS 4. We'll do HARP. And then for direct departure, we'll just put, I have to zoom back in here. For our departure sort of stuff, we want to go maybe, nope. That one, most likely. And then that'll put us on our path there. But that's about a 5-hour flight. So yeah, I wasn't too far off. But I would have to kind of get familiar with the flight deck of the 747. Now, if we change the aircraft to the Airbus 320, right? That's a 5-hour flight, just over 5 hours, because it's not as big, but it's, you know, that we would go up to what, maybe 34,000 feet cruising, 39,000 feet, yeah. So oh, there's Albany. Oh, so we would kind of go right by the Syracuse airport there. Yeah, look at that. Then we'd come in, and then we would do this, kind of come around and go into our approach and then land. I mean, that's not unreasonable. I mean, 5 hours in the Airbus 320. I think that would be. I think I'd feel more comfortable doing that than in the 747. If we did a 747 flight to maybe like Hawaii, we gotta find Hawaii. Looks like it's under cloud cover right now. That's Anchorage. That's too far. There we go. There's Honolulu International. I mean, that would be a long flight as well. Yeah. So, yeah, if we do it, I'm going to have to make sure that I have nothing else on my schedule. And we could do that, but it's going to be a long stream. So if we're going to do it, everybody needs to be prepared for that sort of action. So, yeah, I mean, I think I'd feel more comfortable flying it in the Airbus 320. Yeah. So we could do that. But Los Angeles, that was just over an hour to Los Angeles to Las Vegas, you know. even Phoenix to Los Angeles is probably a very short. That would be a bad flight. I'd feel more comfortable starting with those. Like if we took off from Phoenix International, we taxied out, maybe go runway 26, and then flew into LAX. I think that would be a little bit more reasonable for a jetliner stream. That's okay, Bex. It happens. You know, we had a good time, and it's all good. So anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. Thank you all certainly for hanging out. Sorry that it was such a long stream today. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to go back to, let's hop back in the 152 here. Oops, I got to scroll back. Nope, I got to scroll down. So you do have different planes that we can, with the floats and all that kind of stuff. They do have wheels, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go back into 152 and then we'll continue our flight tomorrow. But be prepared. 747 on a short flight. Maybe eventually, Mick. Like I said, I'd have to get comfortable. I'd have to watch some tutorial videos, I think, about the setup and making sure that we have like all of our information in for our autopilot and everything. So I have to cover all those systems and make sure we don't have to put things in manually. So anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. Thank you all for coming in. I'll see you tomorrow on the Peninsula Corridor MP